they are afraid. Now, last night, MSNBC, the channel that has done more race hate and more lies about racism than any other network or any other group of people I have seen in my lifetime. CNBC yesterday, when they were talking about the job numbers and blaming them on Ted Cruz, and when they showed a picture of Ted Cruz, one of their anchors said, "Why don't we play some Mexican music? Do we have any Mexican music?" Like what? Like he's from Mexico? Is that what you're saying? He's Mexican? Because he's not. He's Cuban. He's American, Cuban descent. But we're going into race? That seems like something that the left would be against. I don't want to talk to Media Matters. I don't want to talk to any of those freaks. Just anybody who happens to be dialing across the radio and happens to disagree with me from time to time, and you think you're part of the left, you're not. You got to make a decision, man. You got to make a decision. Are you really? Is that what you're for? You're okay with that one? What, just to destroy so the ends justify the means? Is that right? Because if that's what you stand for, just know it right now. Know it going in. Open your eyes and say it out loud. The ends justify the means. And if we have to use racism, lies, editing, or whatever to get to the ends, I'm okay with that. I'm not. But at least admit it if you are. Because that's exactly what NBC is doing. Now, let me show you. You're going to laugh at what Ted Cruz actually said to deserve this monologue, and they play it. This is how crazy the viewers are at MSNBC, how indoctrinated and how, 1984 zombie-like they are watching their fearless leaders. But listen exactly to what Ted Cruz says at the end, but more importantly, if you want to know why the left is terrified of Ted Cruz, listen, because Chris Matthews says it out loud.
Because this partisan gunslinger, Ted Cruz, is out there today defining who is and who isn't an American. Remember Michelle Bachmann asking the press on this show to conduct a person-to-person investigation of who in the U.S. Congress is anti-American, while Cruz is worse. The same senator who suggested the nominee for defense secretary was taking money from the communists in North Korea now decrees what part of this country are in and which parts are out, which parts are American and which parts aren't.
That's quite a charge.
Yeah.
Have you heard Ted Cruz say this? He's going to play
this part of the country is in, this part of the country is out.
This part is American, this part is not American. And remember, it's McCarthy-like witch trials. It's McCarthy-like on what he just said. He's going to play the tape here in a second, but I want you to know, this is really a big deal. This is McCarthy-like. This is carding people.
Which is kind of weird because he goes on to talk about racism. And McCarthy wasn't about race. So
no, but still,
sure
let's just whatever. Let's not make it about communism. He's just saying you're either American or you're not. From the same network that just said, let's play some Mexican music.
Yes.
He's now on the same network saying, hey, by the way, look at how bad this guy is because he's about to give a speech on telling you who's an American and who's not.
McCarthyism writ large. Disagree with this guy and be prepared for the accusations. We are witnessing, I think, the greatest challenge to progressives, to moderates, and reasonable conservatives in modern memory.
Stop. There it is. Why are they destroying Ted Cruz? Because, quote, and Ted, I'm going to make you a banner. Have somebody upstairs in the art department make a banner. And I'm going to send it to Ted Cruz and his office today. You are witnessing what was it? You're witnessing the biggest
threat to modern progressivism, isn't that?
And liberals and reasonable conservatives. There are no reasonable conservative standing next to a progressive.
No.
There's none.
No.
There's none. They're progressives. So the biggest threat to progressivism that has been seen, I'm going to make a banner for his office. I think he should have that. Like a happy birthday banner, except it says that for his office.
That explains a lot.
It does. That's why they're taking him down, because he is the biggest threat to progressives in modern history.
And they see it.
That's
they know it.
Fantastic.